Alright, this is another little additional exercise on the architectural. We already had the we had the color schemes and room names and that sort of stuff. Then we had how do you count bricks and that sort of thing. And now the question is, how do you add a second story to these, a second level? Alright, first of all, what we'll do, well, of course we've got the roof on anyway, but the roof can just move up. Unless you change the shape of the building, you can use the same roof. The theory has it. Alright, so let's have a look what we can do with this to modify it. I mean, your client comes back and says, I want to be more, or it might be an extension 10 years down the track, for example. So if you've got the file, you can modify it. Okay, so let's go down to, what I'll do, I'll start with the elevation. Any elevation. This is a nice colourful one as it is, so it's pretty good. Alright, what we'll do is add another level because we need another level up here somewhere. Let's have a look. How do you add levels? Down to some architecture level here. So click that. Double level is the short command. You just hang around there. You just click somewhere. Oh, stuffed it up again already. Sorry. Here we go. I'll do it from scratch. Level. There, he just sort of knows, so you just go and put the next level here, and when you come over here it just lines up. There it is. Alright, so basically I'll just escape that, that's what I want. So our roof now is going to go up to level, let's escape it twice, it's going to go up to level 2, and level 1 will become another floor. So let's first of all fix this up. If I click on here, right click, maximize 3D extents, so that should check it over to the other side to line up with that. Alright, so that's what it does. Now the next thing to do is we want probably 5400, because it's another, say it's another 2700 on top of this one, or you probably want to allow a bit for a floor in between. So say you might want to allow 250, say 300 for joists, floor, whatever. You want to duct through some air conditioning or whatever through to the floor below. You might want to allow a bit of that. So we'll just allow 300. So that makes it basically 300 to the next level, and then it makes it another 2700 from that. So it's 3000 to be. Alright, so what we're going to do is actually add another level here for the floor, finished floor level, because this one here is actually the ceiling level really now of the previous floor. So let's put another one in here. Match it up there. Gets a bit messy now. Alright, so I did a bit back to front, so that's level 2 and that's level 3 now, but it doesn't matter, we can rename them. I'll just zoom up in here. So this one here, let's make it 300, 3000. Alright, so it's another 2700, that'll make it 5700 up here. Done. Alright, and we'll just maximize 3D as well here. If I can get it. There. Right click. There. Alright. That's the preliminary, it's just about done. Alright, so that's good. Basically that's you can just go naming them if you like now, just so you know what's going on. I'll call this one here level 1. That would have been ceiling. Ceiling for ground or something. Yeah, just name everything. And this one here will be floor. Say first floor. First floor I do. Yes. And this one here will be ceiling first. Okay. Alright, so that's done. It takes a while to set it up. Alright, so now we've got something meaningful. This is ground floor, which is good. Okay, well, good. So if I click on that roof, and I can do that from it doesn't matter where from, but let's do it in 3D. The roof is off. VV, RO for roof, turn it on. Okay. I can click on the roof, and see how it says it's sitting on the ceiling ground level. Should be able to put it on the ceiling first level. Theory. There it goes. Bit of the work done already. Because that wall was attached to it, it goes up with it, as you can see. Alright, so we're doing well. Let's now work out what we're going to do with the rest of it. Now we could attach these walls up here, possibly. That's one way of doing it. Or we could go in and change the attachment of these to be the first floor. So let's just try that first. That's one way. If we just go down to the first floor here, see what we can see. See, you can't see anything because it's only that wall there. They went all the way up through both levels that you can see, but the other ones are under here. We can't see them. So if we go to VV, for example, if we go to View Extends, what we can see is 0 in the depth below level 2, so we can't see anything below it. So, and that's it. So if we cancel that, a couple ways of doing it. If you really didn't want the same walls to go all the way up, you could do this. You could go to make sure you escape. There's nothing in here. So go down to looking for underlay. You go underlay. Underlay is ceiling ground. Okay, so maybe you can put underlay ground floor. Usually it says none. Now you can see the layout of the ground floor underneath it. Alright. And then you can trace around it. So what we can do is so for example, you might not want that same thing here. You might, for example, for the next one want to do a plan that goes around here and comes around like this and around like that, and then in here you might want to have a balcony, or you might do it like this, but on the top you might want to have a balcony that extends out here. You know, so you might not want exactly the same configuration, or you might want to go around and up this way for some reason and put some posts underneath. So you could change. So you want to have that to trace. But if it's the same, then you can just take these walls up. The easy way to do it, you can do it from here, or you can do it from the ground floor. It doesn't matter where. Say if we went to the architectural plan, doesn't matter where. You can just get the external ones and just go over the top of them and tab and click. And then constrained here, instead of being up to ceiling level ground, it can be up to ceiling level first. Alright, so if I go to 3D, it should be all in theory. Alright, but anyway. So that's a little house grown. 2 stories. Now we have first floor. We're getting something solid. Nothing in here. I mean, here it's handy again to have the bottom because to see how it goes, because you might want to line up some load-bearing walls right on top of it, but you might not want to. If it's confusing you too much, you might want to turn off that now that you've sort of looked at it and you think you don't want it anymore. You might want to just go, okay, underlay will be none. So then you're stuck with that. Just make that fine. So you got just the outline. You can start redesigning stuff. But if you want to put like a staircase and things like that, it's best probably to have it under there, so you can see where your staircase will come up. So that's handy from that point of view. So I'll just put that back on. Apply. Alright, so where would you put your staircase? And you might decide I'll get rid of the study, put it in here, or or put it down along here or something. Anyway, we're not going to get into that right now, but let's just see if we can see what we've done for a start. Let's So we've got that. So basically, you can go along now and put, for example, some windows or redesign the inside of this house and then put windows in there. So anyway, I'll just put a couple windows just to see what it looks like, and then we can have a look at the inside a bit better. Let's go to the first floor. So if I was to put a window in, we won't put a door because you can't jump out of there yet. So let's put a, see, what are we putting? A window, we've got 610, let's put a 1810 by 1500. Let's put one there, put one over here. Alright, so let's go back to 3D. So that's what we've done basically. Now they're not, you might want to line them up, as theory has it. I'm not sure if you can do it from here, but you can align, sorry, I'm going to align it with this tool. Might not be able to, anyway, that's another story. I don't think I can get to it. No, it's not working. Anyway, that's not the point there. Alright, so we've got this space we can look through, there's no floor. So you can put a floor, I suppose, on there as well. If we go to ground, so we've got it first. You can put a floor like we did before, so we can go, and it can be a timber floor, but let's go to here. Floor. The structural. Yeah, I'm not sure. We've got 100 slab. Yeah. Well, it'll be just a generic for now. Yeah, generic 300 just to. It says timber wood finish. I don't know how big it is, but let's just go generic. Well, let's see. I don't know how thick it is. Edit type 241. It's probably about right for that. But just to fill up our space, we'll just change that to was it 241? So we're at 659. Add 59 on here. Okay, I think that might be right. That's 300 now. Okay, that should do us. And we extend to core. This is a classic example where you want to extend to core. You don't want to go outside. So you just want to be, because we had that question as well yesterday. So if we tab that there, so it goes right, that's where it's going to sit anyway. So the bricks are going to go right past it from the outside. Then we've got tick. Okay, the floor, it says here the floor roof overlaps highlighted walls. Would you like to join geometry and cut the overlapping volume out of the walls? And the answer is yes, because it's going to go into the studs. Realistically, the studs are finished from the to the underside of the floor, and then start again from the top. Usually that's how it's done. So if we go yes. Alright, so if we have a look at what we've done, if we go to the section, change this. Okay. Oh, here we go. So why is it? Let me just change this shading. Okay, so we got that. Hey, let's change this as well. All right. So that's all we've done. We cut the studs right to the underside there, and then we're beginning in from the top. So we went into it there, and the floor sitting on this. All right. Okay, so that's that, which is good. What else do we want to do? We'll put that in there. Floor, first floor. Okay. Really, that's pretty much it, apart from putting the staircase in.